Hello everyone, welcome to the next stream with Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition and happy Saturday! It's great to see you all guys and I really hope that you are all doing well. It's kinda hard to talk today, I don't know what's with me. Also I'm constantly checking what's the problem with Boyo because she just keeps moving around in the room, pretending that she wants to go outside, but once I open the window, she is just looking at me like, what's your problem, human? I wanna be here, inside the house. So I'm just keeping an eye on her. And now she's looking at me too. Hi, Bojo. I really hope that you will be able to see her. I think there's a high chance that she will approach us and jump onto the table. Right? We can never know when you will say hi to everyone. Okay, so let's see where we left off last Saturday. Over here. Okay. My cats were also playing around today. Oh, cats are funny. I mean, they have their own personalities and stuff, and that makes some people dislike them. But I love them, and I love this about them. Oh, hi there. Okay, so now she decided to create a little bun and to become a little bun, and I think she's going to sleep on the carpet for the rest of the evening. So no more sabotage from her, I guess, at this point. Okay, so if you haven't been here last week, we are at the point where Leon and Ashley are going to arrive to the castle with Salazar, and I am so curious. There's this huge question that's bugging me since last week. That whether we can romance Salazar, and will the bubbles and sparkles and stuff will arrive when we see him for the first time. Probably we're gonna see what's going on with this scenario in my head tonight. I love cats too because all of them have different personalities, yes! As for Boyo, I think Boyo is a weirdo. She's a little weirdo. And I really love that about her. She's just weird in a lovely way. But for example, there's the other cat, Nyanko, the old lady. She's the ultimate grumpiness. So, for example, there was a time when she was so grumpy that when I went to pet her, she just looked at me. Like she's telling me that don't touch me, I don't want to be touched, and then she left. But she didn't left from the room. She left from the house. She left from home. She went to the neighbor because she didn't want it to be touched. Sometimes she's irritated, but now that she's getting older and older, I think she's getting friendlier and friendlier, I guess. Hi Peace, welcome in. Welcome. It's great to see you. How are you doing? I hope that you have a wonderful Saturday. So we are just before arriving to the castle, so let's see how this story goes. Is that a castle? It's huge. So huge that I am not sure how I missed it before. Because the developers didn't want you to see that, Ashley. Oh, yes. That happened. That happened on the gondola last time. Anyway, it would be nice if someone there could help us. Like a prince. A rich, handsome, filthy fucking rich prince. Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh, what if Lewis is actually a prince? Like he became disenchanted by wealth and decided to commit his life to the people after he realized they had been denied the luxuries he had so long taken for granted. Like light bulbs. Man, maybe Trashley was right about my overactive imagination. Yeah, Ashley definitely has some really, really overactive imagination. Do you remember those fantasy images she had in her mind last week? I want to see more of that because that was so hilarious. Although, really, is there a healthy upper limit to fantasizing? I certainly don't believe in one, and I'm still the boss of this brain. Leon sure looks nice. Wisps of... I can't read. Wisps of fog only accentuate his excellent jawline. Yeah, he really has a jawline. And his arms, so smooth and defined. It's not often you find a guy who can balance muscle and metro. I wonder what else he keeps shaved. Why, Ashley, why? I'm that kind of person who immediately imagines what she's reading or hearing. So you can imagine what I imagined. Yeah, definitely dirty thoughts. Sure is quiet without the threat of assault. I might not get many opportunities like this to chat with Leon. Maybe he will answer a question or two. Question time! Is she talking about what I am imagining? I guess yes. I guess yes. Hi, Ems! Leon segítség! Ems, you are improving in Hungarian. Congrats! Also, it's great to see you. How are you doing? I can imagine what you have imagined. Yes, I think we all imagine the same stuff here. Okay, what shall we ask? About that explosion, about Louis, about the merchant, about this job, or about the rescue? Oh my goodness, there are so many questions we can choose from. Leon is the kind of guy that would shave there. Agreed. If we really have to think about this or give it a thought, then I think yeah, he's definitely that type of person. Okay, what shall we ask? Something that's connected to Leon. So I think we shouldn't ask number 2 and 3. Okay, let's ask him about the rescue. Out of curiosity, Leon, how did you know where to find me? I mean, they took me pretty far out in the middle of nowhere. We didn't have a lot of leads. There was one informant who saw you directly, but she was apparently blinded by the kidnapper before he sped off. That's Jenna! That's Jenna, you know, the classmate of Ashley. And the arch-nemesis of her. What else did Jenna report, I wonder? Oh yeah, that did happen. We also tried to contact your driver, but last I heard he is still MIA, missing in action. We fear the worst, yeah. We have already seen what happened with the ex-driver. I remember Klaus's evasive answer about John and my heart sank. There's no way he survived more than 2 punches from those steroid arms. Definitely. I don't have a lot of hope, to be honest. Neither did we at first. We had hoped that have a better grip on the situation before we told the president, but the whole thing really caught Secret Service off guard. It worked out though, cause the president immediately directed us to trace you using a tracking device embedded in your clothes. Wow, really? I thought it was thrown out over the ocean or something. Nope, seems like you made it to Spain before someone noticed, or it just fell off, who knows. Still pretty lucky, all things considered. Definitely. So what happened next? At that point, Secret Service made some discreet phone calls to the head of police in Madrid. Some local contacts had spotted someone matching your description being transported around in a church van. Figures. The local tourists were resistant to helping us at first, but after a little arm twisting, they agreed to escort me out here as part of a missing persons case. They, as in there were others with you? Yeah, 2 officers. They didn't make it. Obviously. But when I had to translate, so I have learned. I would like to go there and not here. Paprikás, lámpa, az, oda, ide, ott, itt. Oh, you are improving and learning a lot of new stuff. You wanna cook paprikás when I come? Yeah, definitely. Is this, okay, there are different paprikás stuff here, so there's chicken paprikás, and I think that's the popular food amongst foreigners, so I think you mean that. Chicken paprikás or csirke paprikás. That's a really good meal. I love it. We definitely have to try it, Ams. Oh, and yes, huge shout out to Shimmersoft, the developers of this game, and sending them all of the virtual hugs from here, from the distance. And what's important, if you would like to try the game and you would like to play it, you can do that by totally free of charge. It's entirely free and you can access it via that link that popped in the stream chat. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's a really good meal. Peace, you ate katsudon today. That's also great. Oh my god. we need food. I love food. We had pizza for dinner actually, now that we are talking about what did everyone ate. So my mom made some pizza for dinner. But still, katsudon. The best. The best. Oh, are we having an emotional scene right now, by the way? So many lives lost. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I have put you through. Don't worry about it. The only people at fault here are Sadler and his goons, and we won't let them win, no matter the cost. The gondola came to a halt, and with it my fantasy of continued conversation. Onward, I guess. We jumped down the small hill and walked up to the large wooden door that Leon had inspected earlier. Leon began sifting through his pockets. I wonder... Oh, that was really fast. Sweet merciful Jesus. First off, secondly, maybe I should have asked about what went down in that warehouse. Thirdly, scratch number 2, I made the right choice by not asking. Still, in the spirit of the times, I would like to say that this whole thing has become really unpleasant to my eyes. With the door unlocked, Leon tossed the eyeball to the ground like a used candy wrapper. Was that really the best idea? What if we need it again? People who install retina scanning doors are probably paranoid enough to do it more than once, you know. We stepped through the gate and... Okay, now hold on a second, me. Can we just stop and ponder the fact that the total hottie just opened the door with a person's eyeball? That is so nuts. I mean, these people don't even have toilets and they are building doors with retina scanners. I know I live in a gated community, so glass houses and all that, but this wide gap is borderline American. Okay, I'm good now. Just had to clear the air. Continue, me. Why thank you, me? I would be happy to. Where was I? Oh, right. On the other side of the gate was a very tight path leading up. The path was enclosed by rocky embankments that were totally climbable, but Leon seemed fine with walking the all straight and narrow. It's not like we are trying to escape an area bristling with hostility or anything. Okay, for a second it seemed that I'm dropping frames, but now we are back live. Okay. Okay, we are back. I was confused at first. What the heck is paprikash? Though it was pepper, to be honest, goes paprika. Yes, that's paprikash csirke. What's that rumbling sound? I swung my head backwards, paranoid that the villagers Leon had blinded finally regained their senses and came to enact vengeance. Nobody was behind us, and I thought for a second that maybe Trashley was pulling on some brain wires. Then I looked at Leon, whose grip on his pistol signaled that I was a fool looking in the wrong direction. Oh my god, is that a truck? On this tiny road? We will be crushed, which is almost certainly the point. I mean, if we just go back through the door, even if they crash through the gate, the momentum would probably cause them to fly over the cliff. Am I a genius, or what? I thought about bolting, but Leon held firm. If I run now, it might distract him, and he might also think I am a complete coward. I don't want him to think I don't trust him. Men love a girl with undying certainty in their manly ability to succeed amidst unreasonable odds, don't they? That certainly feels true. Okay, trust him or truck that and run. Okay, if I remember well, then in the game, Leon he shot the driver and everything was fine and great, so trust Leon. As if I buoyed my conviction, Leon stepped back and raised his weapon to the night. Granted, I'm still petrified by the prospect that he's just going to stand his ground against a two-ton vehicle, but hey, more covering can only enhance my feminine charm. Okay, that actually worked. That actually worked. Now that is how you propose to someone. Meanwhile, 20 feet away. They opened the door as I began to plan out our wedding. Wait, there's villagers behind us. How did they? Oh my god, Leon, you flippant dolt! You gave them the key. With the villagers doing their best impression of a stampede, Leon and I looked honestly at one another. His eyes said, I've got a plan. My eyes said, this is your fault.
On the other side of the bridge.
Because where else we are supposed to go? As the villagers drew uncomfortably near, I temporarily forgave Leon for his earlier poor judgment and looked to him for guidance. He flicked his eyes at the crank to my left.
You take that one.
Okay.
Such plans, much the oath. Oh, look at the thrust on this thing. And I thought I've gone too long without a loving touch. Focus, Ashley. Cultists. Cultists with torches. I took hold of the handle and looked to Leon for a signal. I knew it was just going to be more quiet body language, but I imagined a seductive wink, blown kiss combo, anything to keep that spark alive.
Ready?
Wow, actual words! I'm so motivated! Let's push this crank. Noodle arms! Push it real good! Wow, we did it! Does this qualify us for a relationship upgrade? I mean, it's not quite dodging ancient traps in Unison yet, but I think there's real potential.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of confidence about what we will find in this castle, but given everything so far, I think Ghost of Vincent Prince is a reasonable gamble. Oh, here comes the next chapter. Traps will tear us apart. Oh, exciting! So I wasn't that far to finish chapter 1 last week. As we moved through the imposing wooden doors into the courtyard, I was... Nope, not even gonna think about it. He's a genie. I have embraced that. Deciding he needed some wishes granted, Leon detoured into the den of Jinja. The Jinja? Leon browsed his wares for a second before looking frustrated. Kinda like when you go to the convenience store to buy a candy bar but you are 30 cents short, so you rob the place instead?
Wait here.
Okay. Leon headed outside and began scouring the castle grounds. Jeez, this is check under the couch cushions levels of desperate. $1 million taxpayer bucks a year thrown at the Museum of Neon Signs, but nobody can loan this man a few Benjamins. Something doesn't add up. Dad, I swear if I found out you're pretending to be into fiscal conservatism again. Ugh. Although while Leon is preoccupied, this could be my chance to have a real, live conversation with the merchant. How exciting! Okay, I am so curious about how this will turn out. Hey!
Welcome.
Hello, moving around quite a lot tonight, haven't you? Yeah, I could say the same for you. Oh well, we are all moving in one direction. You know, celestially. Yeah, galactical. I guess this confirms that I'm dealing with one man and not an army of clones. Good to know.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
So, can I interest you in anything? It's mostly guns in this code, but I do got some nice jewelry that might suit a proper lady like yourself. It's BOGO right now. Oh, that's very nice, but what kind of jewelry? Let's see, I've got a pearl bangle, an amber ring, a pocket watch, although it needs a little TLC, and oh yes, precious gems. Or gems, yeah. I think an emerald would go well with your eyes. Are we in a jewelry shop? You know how to flatter a girl. Hey, wait a second, didn't Leon sell you some of those things? I figured you were sharp. Yep, that's why it's BOGO right now. Okay, Leon is working in the background. Right, well, I appreciate it, but the truth is, I don't have any money. You go on vacation without spending money? These kids these days, I can't read today. Oh no, it's not like that. I'm not a tourist. I had some money on me, but I guess it was stolen when I was kidnapped. Now I'm just basically a refugee. Ah, human trafficking. I'm sorry to hear it. That's a bad business. Wait. What? I remember now. I heard some rumblings from the locals about the girl they were keeping their eye on. Some daughter of a prime minister or something. That you? I mean, it's more like the president, but, you know, same diff. Well, sorry, I didn't realize I was standing before royalty. Finally, some proper recognition. It's fine, I'm just a regular person. If you were just a regular person, would I be angling for your autograph? Are you angling for my autograph? I will once I find a pen in this damn sack. Wow, this is the first time anybody asked for my autograph. Maybe we could trade something. Didn't waste any time figuring out what you were worth, eh? That's good, always know your price. But before that, I got to ask, that guy with you, he a cop? Not technically. He's my bodyguard, which I guess would make him my private cop. Private cop. Gonna make a mental note of that future NYT bestseller. Bodyguard. Yeah, he's got that air about them. How much you make in a job like that? He's running around in the background. It's just hilarious. Evidently, not that much.
Come back any time.
Well, if you stumble upon any spare change and want some payback, we can talk, kid. Might comfort you to know I've been rated #1 in the retribution market for 10 years straight. Cool, congrats. Of course, I'm the only person they pulled. Anyway, I'm sure we will run into each other again, huh? Maybe I will be ready to take your John Hancock by then. I'm sure it will be sooner rather than later. Oh, hey, before I forget, what's your name? Oh, we gotta find out his name. I don't know. What's yours? It's Ashley.
Thank you.
Ashley, huh? A pretty name for a pretty lady. Sorry to say I can't return the favor right now. My line of works is very delicate. Got to keep the cards close, you understand. Yeah, I get it. Shadow broker and all that. But hey, I don't want anyone saying I'm not flexible either. So why don't you give me a name, like a code name, just between us? A code name? Let me think. We can give him a code name! Oh my goodness, what shall we give him as a code name? Okay, I will give you some time to brainstorm if you feel like giving me ideas. Mr. Puppy. Mr. Kitty. Just imagine calling him Mr. Puppy. That's hilarious. Any other ideas? I will give you some more time if there's any name suggestions you would like to give me. If not, then we will go with Mr. Puppy, because that's hilarious as hell. What a shocking revelation, Mr. Puppy is the name of the merchant. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Puppy. Oh wait. Okay, I can't. Okay, I want like this, Mr. Puppy. Okay, now we have enough characters.
A wise choice, mate.
Not my first choice, but the customer is always right, so it's great. Mr. Puppy sounds amazing for it. Thank you, Peace, for the idea. It's perfect. Leon hurriedly rejoined us in the room and I made some space for him to do his thing.
I'll buy it at a high price.
I am really grateful that I never had to take a sales job. It sounds exhausting. Once Leon was satisfied with his purchase, we headed back out and up the stairs. I quickly waved back at Mr. Puppy. I love this so much. The courtyard stairs led us to the castle's battlements. We skated along the path and took cover behind a large box with some very conveniently placed rifle ammo. Naturally, Leon nabbed it and proceeded to share his newfound bounty with the heads of the dudes above us. It's a simulation. Oh, classic Leon. We slowed as we reached the top of the spiral stairs. Oh hey, is that a wishing well? I can't help but wonder. Oh, what do I wish for? True love, my parents' acceptance, a hermetologist. So many important wishes. Hey Leon, come here for a second. What's up? I wanna make a wish. Think you can spare some putas? Looks like someone might have thrown a spinel in there. Just use that. It's gotta be worth a couple of wishes. How many are we talking here? 3? 7? Oh! There goes the wishing well. Great balls of fire! Another hopeful idea that died in its sleep. This scene Could have been so romantic, and then the huge fireball just ruined it. I assume they were aiming for us, in which case they kinda suck, but their failure contains a lesson for us all. Thank God. I followed Leon down some stairs as the cultists continued to rain hellfire from above, like they didn't even care about wrecking their own property. I guess I wouldn't care either if I was an old world artisan forced to lend my catapult skills to the local cult on the cheap. You just know saddlebags ain't offering not one but a 401k. And dental, forget about it. We slinked into the narrow entrance and surprise, surprise, a cannon! Leon, why are you ruining our date? Something always happens and ruins the fun for them. Did you know that the modern cannon is a descendant of the fire lance, which was effectively a flame-throwing spear? Although our first illustration of a cannon didn't arise until 1326, they were documented at least 200 years prior. What? So I like to be informed. Sue me! I hope Leon doesn't think we are going to do anything with this cannon. I mean, look at the thing. The Spanish flu seems modern by comparison. After confirming that the room was barrel-free, Leon turned toward me.
Wait!
Oh goody, I've been wanting to play another round of stay in this spot while I kick ass. At least I have a cannon to look at instead of the infinite blackness of dumpster space. Devoid of that little thing called choices, I heeded Leon's command and waited by the cannon while he jogged his way back onto the battlefield. Hi Oxy, welcome in! Happy Saturday! It's great to see you. How are you doing? What's up? Suddenly he turned back to look at me. He said nothing as usual, but I thought I saw a shadow of concern dart across his face. I smiled meekly and nodded, as if to assure him that I wouldn't evaporate in his absence. And there he goes. Guess I will just chill with this medieval era cannon and hope that I'm not incinerated by unfriendly fire. Anyway, as I was saying, cannons! The Chinese were some of the first to adopt cannons for warfare, and their success in killing masses of youths led to the cannon's global propagation. Unfortunately, that innovation didn't extend to the term itself, which derives from an old Greek word simply meaning tube. Oh god, because who has time for creative wordplay when you are disassembling your... What's going on? Oh no, oh no! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you are exhausted. I hope that you will have some time to relax a bit, Oxy. Yeah, Ashley with a cannon is a deadly combination. I don't think this is a cannon. Now what is this? It's too bad about all this property damage, but I think we can evade liability. I mean, the cannon was irresponsibly loaded and inexplicably aimed at the door. It's like if you leave Tide Pods on the ground and your baby eats them and it's like, come on, you wanted to kill that baby. I don't know where that metaphor was going, but hey, we can move forward. The merchant again. Mr. Puppy! So, yes, we call the merchant Mr. Puppy now. Thanks to peace. That was such a great idea. Okay, stop. Clearly this man can teleport. That's just science at this point. My question is, why the hell can't I just huck him and teleport out of here? How much could that possibly cost? Hey, Mr. Puppy. I guess you didn't hear me. Story of my life. I will but work all weekend now doing some organizing in my room. Finally got a Series S and ordered a new gaming monitor. That sounds great! So organizing until the monitor arrives and didn't get console from a scalper. Congrats on grabbing a console, that's great! And yeah, I think organizing stuff and getting rid of things that you don't need anymore requires a specific kind of mood. For example, I just woke up one day and felt like, okay, this is the day when I will get through all of my cabinets and drawers and stuff and get rid of everything I don't need anymore. But it happens around once a year, maybe, that I randomly wake up like this. The door led us into a strange, cramped room. My eyes snagged on the glimmering golden sword adorning the back wall, but then Leon got buzzed.
We decided to lay low in a castle, but it looks like it was a bad move.
I might contest the decided part, but the rest of that checks out.
Well, it appears that this castle's also connected with the Los Illuminados. Must not get many visitors here, because they're giving me one hell of a welcome.
What? So we are dealing with the Illuminati? It's just like that one fortune cookie said, there is no mistake so great as that of being always right.
What? Repeat, Hunnigan. Great. Just my luck.
Leon's a sexy back. I think everyone has that once a year at least, yes. Waking up randomly and, I wanna change the world. I know you are really screwed message when I hear one. Probably best to let this one lie. Leon stopped his radio and headed toward the plaque on the back wall, obviously because my thoughts are important to him, or because it's gold. Whichever. Looking at it more closely, something seemed a little off. The plaque was gold, but the sword inside was silver. Am I reading into that too much? Maybe whoever set this up just thinks it's more luxurious to blend their opulent metals? I mean, Spain is already weird, so by the laws of nature, rich Spain has got to be mucho loco. Hold up, can we spare a moment for the creepy nun and her red hat mask? No, that's fine. I didn't want to analyze it anyway.
Morir es vivir, morir es vivir.
Caught an STD. Yeah, it's almost what the Illuminati says. So I'm not really surprised that there's cultists in here, but wow, announcing your STDs? Talk about a new front in psychological warfare. I feel that, Leon, nothing is worth syphilis. Trust me. I followed Leon back down the stairs as the Syphilados came rushing towards us. Remember, everyone, social distance is an important tool for managing contagious diseases. Wait a second. STDs would imply they're having sex with people? First off, burn that image. Second, who are they doing it with? Each other? Settled? This is really throwing me. Fortunately, this concert should be academic in about 10 more seconds. Oh my lord, the wormheads are evolving. Thank god that's gone. I'm gonna abide by the 5-second rule. If I don't see the wormhead for more than 5 seconds, it doesn't add to my trauma. At the top of the stairs was a large silver door, similarly emblazoned with a mismatched sword. I have the sneaking suspicion that this is a puzzle, but not like a smart puzzle, like a dumb puzzle. Leon pulled the sword from the... Leon caught wind of my brilliant insight and began looking for a way to pry the sword from its groove. I studied the muscles in Leon's arms as he reached for the sword. Excalibur, God, I'm childish. Yes, you are really childish, Ashley. Before any progress could be made, my large ears that I hate picked up a swarm of footsteps behind us. Oh man, that guy in the front definitely has an STD. Time to make like I'm... What? Time to make like I am at the motor night and check the hell out. I gotta give Leon credit. He knows how to stop an outbreak. If he survived this, I will definitely recommend he get a cushy job at the CDC. That came out as easy as my credit card during a Neiman Marcus sale. With the gold sword in tow and the path clear, we headed back to the stairs. Creepily, there was a lone dude waiting at the bottom. Creepier, still we were blatantly in his line of sight and he didn't make any move towards us. This is just like that guy Kevin from school who's always loitering at Java City, hovering around, trying to buy girls cheap coffee. I know the game, creepsters, and I ain't playing. You rape what you creep, Kevin! Sorry, I really should have some gravity about the man being shot in the face. Okay, so we went downstairs to finish the job. Oh yeah, baby, back to the knees. Oh my lord, the wormheads are kinda losing some of the luster, honestly. Too much exposure, I guess. Although, hey, now that I'm numb to the horror, I just noticed that you can kinda make out a face in its worm flesh. Here, let me circle it for you. It's kinda ugly but cute enough that I'ma call him Wormy. Wormy, no! Oh well, as someone wiser than me once said, without pain, how could we know joy? Leon returned the gold plaque and swapped the swords. Cause, you know... I just wanna know who switches these swords around. Do you have to do that every time you come and go? Or did they just swap them when we got here? Either way, what a pain! Well, as I expected, that was a dumb puzzle. Could have been worse, I guess. Could have been some bonkers Shakespearean riddle. Next episode! The sports room led to another external balcony, and I began to worry that we really were just going to become lost in this huge castle. What a perfect time this would be for my charming prince to swoop in and guide us to safety.
Leon!
A delicious Spanish accent? Could it be...
Louis.
Louis, yes. Louis, the prodigal prince returns!
I've got something for you guys.
And he comes bearing gifts. I'm hoping for a miracle cure, but I would settle for a 14k diamond in my engagement ring.
What? Oh, shit!
I know that feel, mi amor.
I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
The suspense was killing me, so I spoke up.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions.
Convulsions? What Oh my god, the one back in the church. I had forgotten completely. But how in the world does he know?
Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
Holy moly, I haven't seen a reunion go south this fast since, well, Congress was last in session. I'm not sure what I should admit to you. It's not like vomiting blood is really the image I want to imprint on dudes I could potentially sleep with. Not until I know that's their thing, at least. I will just wait and see what Leon says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then, not sure why I expected anything more than that.
And you.
Man, putting a girl on the spot. I would lie, but they can both probably read my mind, being my love interest and all, so I might as well just spit it out. Bad metaphor.
Yes,
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
The question of the night, Liam.
I have to go back and get it.
Oh hell no, like I'm gonna let this guy just dance all over my broken eggshells and then what? I want answers and drugs, and the only way I will get either is to get on his path. Forgive me, Leon.
Let me come with you.
No. You stay here with Leon. He is better with the ladies, I'm sure.
Louis, I'm so sorry for how wrong you are.
Why are you...
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
Jeez, am I ever going to be on a dedicated path? This is the longest common route ever. Well, anyway, once Louis was gone, we... Wait, what did happen at this part? I know Leon did some stuff. And then, like, some other stuff. And I think there might have been a clue thing. But the point is we did what we had to do to move on and finally enter the castle proper. Lois, I hope we meet again soon. Preferably with meds. Lois, if you take a shower or a bath, you would be just the kind of man I would like. Yeah, he just needs a bath. Wonder how many Louis and Leon fanfics there are out there. That's a really good question. Now you made me wonder too, Ams. I could imagine them at least as a one-night stand. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Now I'm very curious how many fanfictions are out there with these two. But hey, we arrived to the exact point I was looking forward to get. So let's see what's gonna happen next. Leon, shaggy chick. What's with the childish cackling? Did we accidentally stumble onto the set of a new Chucky movie?
I was starting to wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Who are you? Hi Bonbon, welcome in. Happy Saturday. How are you doing? I hope you have a nice weekend.
Me llamo Ramon Salazar.
Wait, did I hear that right? His name is Romain Salazar? Is self-styling with a weird bombastic name some cultural hallmark of the Spanish elite?
The 8th castellan of this magnificent architecture.
Also, is he as lost as we are? Tsars are from Russia. Unless, could this all be some covert Russian conspiracy? Infiltrate Spain and spread chaos from within? That was right. The arm of the Kremlin is long indeed. Thank you so much for redeeming points for the next challenge. Thank you, Ams. We are slowly but steadily getting there. I have a good weekend. How's your weekend going? As for me, today I had a lazy day and did almost, nothing in particular or nothing productive. But I had so much fun, like chilling. I was playing a bit more Resident Evil Village, hunting for treasures, and I beat the Morrow section. So next I'm going to get the last rose flask, probably. That's what I am planning to do off stream. It was so much fun. Okay, there are 39 fanfics for Leon and Louis, and there are 4 fanfics for Leon and Mr. Puppy. There was a writer, there were more writers who decided to create some fanfictions for Leon and Mr. Puppy. Now that's hilarious. Thank you for the info. Thank you, peace. Oh, Maggie and Neil are streaming together. They are sort of cosplaying too. Oh god, if they will be still online when I finish streaming, maybe we could go there and raid the channel and say hi. We gotta see how is this going to turn out. But that really sounds something fun. Wish I had such a relaxed weekend. Sometimes it happens. There are weekends that are so busy as hell, and then there are weekends when nothing really happens. Now I had a Saturday like that, when nothing really happens, but tomorrow that will be a busier one.
I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Saddler.
What? Saddles? I know the old bastard loves a fan club, but I never thought he would stoop so low as to put the mini in minion.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
Bro.
My, we've got a feisty one. If you care for your own well-being, I suggest you surrender yourself and simply become our hostage.
now his name is Elf Pirate. Can't help but I noticed it.
Or Mr. Scott.
Hold up. Leon's last name is Scott?
Because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid.
This guy is awfully bored. Shit talking a man whose pockets are washing the gold of his dead peons. It's actually amazing that Leon isn't just shooting him right now. I mean, opportunity, motive, it's all there. I guess Leon is just the better man.
You can die.
As the bunny pirate departed, my exhausted brain finally caught up to the subtext. Saddle's power plus my brethren equals this guy must be infected like we are, and he wants us to become willing members of this cult. Well, I have deeply held opinions on this topic that I will now randomly express.
I'm never turning into one of them.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. I said it with more resolve than I actually felt, but I thought Leon might like my moxie.
Got that right. We'll find a cure.
Oh, Leon, I am glad we are both lying. What's that rumbling? Seriously? Can't even enjoy an old-fashioned pep talk. And see, the moment is ruined again. Anytime we have a moment, it just ruined somehow. Okay, because Stream Elements reminded me to save, I'm gonna save before we move on. There we go. Right before the beginning of episode 22, of course. I could never take such a guy serious. Stepping onto the red carpet, I took a glance at our surroundings. To our left, a strangely heavy-looking door leading to a lower level. To our right, an oversized picture of saddlebags. Standard castle stuff. Hard to decide which is worse, but after what happened back in the village, I'm gonna hold off suggesting where Leon should go first. Leon strolled over to the picture and began inspecting it. Not really my pref, but it is important to keep the face of one's enemy clear in your mind. Well, if that wasn't a metaphor for Saddle's religion, I don't know what is. Leon snatched the gold bars and stowed them. You know, somewhere on his hunkiness. I don't remember all of the specifics. Okay, this happened like half my lifetime ago. Anyway, we rounded the corner and came up on a different room with two horse statues spewing flames from their nostrils. Clearly it was part of another puzzle, but all I could think was about the gas bill. Leon's attention was drawn more to the conspicuous painting hanging in the alcove, which was admittedly very conspicuous. Of course, there's probably some clue hidden in the details. All my years of finding interest in snooty art displays has perfectly equipped me for this moment. Now let's see what we are working with here. It seems to be a vividly realized contrapposto with a nice pair of boots. Oh, and the key hanging on the dude's hip. Damn, I am good. I have to say, that's a clever way to use your otherwise boring paintings. I'm going to start hiding stuff on pictures in the White House. It will drive that nuts. But more to the topic at hand, what door does that key open? No, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. You know, I should have thought it would be this one. I'm such a blonde sometimes. Once unlocked, the heavy door slid upward and bid us to enter. Please let me wait here, please let me wait here, please let me...
Wait!
Score! I watched as Leon carefully slinked around the dungeon, taking inventory of the space. It seemed like a standard dungeon, save for the gold bells in the corners. Hellfire, bells, Wayne priests, Europe... Somebody's really angling to be the location of the Hunchback of Notre Dame reboot. Leon began to enter the cage in the back with his gun outstretched. It was hard to tell, but there seemed to be a human-like figure hugging the back wall. You know, a person must have done bad shit when other literal criminals are putting them behind bars. Jeebus, are those clothes? Leon bolted toward the corner as the wannabe Wolverine bell rushed the central column, digging his knuckle daggers into the stone. That's weird. It looks like his eyes are closed. Coupled with the fact that he confused Leon for a giant pillar, is it possible that he's blind? Oh, maybe that's the point of the bells, to distract him. I've got to tell Leon somehow. Shouting might create more problems than it solves. Maybe I will just gesticulate intensely and hope for the best. Oh! Never mind. Well, while we wait for Leon to come back, let's do a replay for our viewers at home. Oh god, I remember this scene. Oh, I hated these enemy types. Having conducted the world's fastest prison reform, Leon rejoined me outside the dungeon and we made our way back to made our way back down the hall. Thank you, Kay, for reading. Naturally, the lieutenant all had emergency beepers and rushed into the room to confront us. It's almost like we are the ones escaping from a prison. Look at this coward running to hide behind this bodyguard. There's only room enough in this castle for one coward, and that's me. Get them, Leon. Guns, they don't respect the weapon triangle, and I love that. Lunging at this distance is pretty ballsy, but when you are unarmed, psychology is your best weapon. Oh my, this is getting a bit tight. Oh wow, dynamite! We are really working our way up to the technology ladder, aren't we? From cannons to portable cannons. That's new tech for you. Sounds great on paper and then it blows up in your face. With a prison break all but assured, we darted toward the back door. And then we ran into the cupboard from earlier, a lone fella who I'm going to call Fred. Fred was not the sharpest butcher knife in the drawer, not the brightest illuminado in the socket, not the... Listen, Fred needed help, support, guidance, and Leon, well, that's not his style. As Fred dropped dead, we skated over the massive studded door at the back of the room. I know doors this big are usually about signaling one's wealth, but it would be more fun to believe that this castle was just built by a family of giants. A family that, ironically, ends with Salad Tsar. I love that Ashley mishears every name that she hears. Hey there, you're probably wondering what happened in that next room. Well, you could say it was bad, but I think we are at the point where we can be honest with one another. God damn. It's hard for me to think about even now. Fortunately, my very well-paid therapist has given me a way to talk about the experience in a more empowering fashion. So buckle up, friends, this might get a little profane. Hey, get that smile off your face. I'm serious. What you're about to see will be morally challenging. Punitive even. If you can't handle that, bail out now. You heard that? There's the exit. Okay, I am not scared. And I don't think you guys are scared either, so let's go. I wanna see what happened. I see somebody is a glutton for punishment. Good. Now I'm curious. Oh god. What is this? Cerebros. Bros. Tonight we're gonna talk about a little no scourge on Spanish peace and dignity. No, I'm not talking about that festival where they throw eggs and flour at each other. That's cool. I'm talking about cerebros. Or as they are more anglically known, brain bros, which sounds kinda like rainbows. Unfortunately, that's where the comparison makes a hard stop. We would already run into several of these reprobates upon entering the castle, but it wasn't until this room that I discovered that cerebros are a lot like brodents. Yes, I am so scared. I'm just shaking like this. In that, there's a lot of them, and they like to swarm. Once we escaped the chaos, I had ample downtime to catalog a number of them, you know, for posterity, and compile them into a nice brochure for your viewing pleasure. Let's do this, hokey brokey. This is so frightening. Close your eyes, guys, if you find this frightening. Our first specimens are the aptly named Dumb Bro and Don't Shot Me Bro, who just brought down from Brokeback Mountain in the hopes of making it big on Broadway. Look at that. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited about all these bro words. Pace yourself, Ashley. Now, it might be difficult to spot the differences between these two cerebros, considering that they look identical, which is why we have to look past the superficial and focus on directions. And while you do that, I'm going to read this fortune cookie. The greatest danger could be your stupidity. That advice is so good, I think I'm gonna double dip. You will live long enough to open many fortune cookies. Ha! I love the meta ones. Anyway, what were we talking about? Alright, cerebros. When you think about it, cerebros are kind of like cheese. Take a milky white base, add some bacterial infection, and presto! You have got yourself enough flavors to fill a grocery aisle. Can't read. You know what I wanted to say, I just can't speak. In this metaphor, the slow bro would be a very mild cheddar. For him, doing Lord Saddle's bidding isn't about word domination. It's about the journey. Unfortunately, in the highly competitive market for Leon's attention, the slow bro's disposition can be a bit of a liability. You know, timing really is everything in Normandy. Hold up a sec. Yeah, I got it. Get off my back. This is a little belated now, but our lawyers really want to emphasize that any similarity the slow bro bears the Pokemon of the same name is completely unintentional. After all, slowpokes apparently have delicious tails. But cheese analogy aside, nobody knows how delicious the cerebros meat are. Not that Leon isn't creating plenty of free samples. Yeah, these coping mechanisms are really great. Next up is an old friend, the Crossbro. A staple of annoying enemy types, the Crossbro is a stand-in for men everywhere who shoot first and pay alimony never. Will this one succeed where his church-going brother failed? Is the bourgeois versus the proletariat? Fight! Leon to game! Leon had to reload and couldn't attack. White Crossbow used Brawlout. Missed 2 times. Leon activated his Deadeye. Critical hit. White Crossbow fainted. Indefinitely. What? He didn't even leave prize money? How are you supposed to turn a bro fit around these parts? Oh, they're protected. He had seen the damage wrought on the brains of his fellow bros, and salad be damned, he wasn't gonna be another hit rate statistic. So on his nights off from animal sacrificing, he toiled away in a remote dungeon, crafting the hat sheet that would keep his cranium warm and bullet-free. How is it going? We are out with RV and the connection sucks. What did I miss? Oh, we are having a really frightening spin-off at this very moment where we get to know the different kind of enemies whose are bros. Actually, all of them are bros with a different name. And when his turn came, he was so assured, so proud that he would spread the seed of his lord's will without all the messy consequences. But then, you know what the book of Proverbs says about pride? Oops, I guess my Sunday school teacher was right. The only guaranteed form of protection is abstinence. Yeah, it's really scary, and it's full with puns. Mainly bro puns. Oh, enjoy your lurk, Bamban. Have fun. The next on the list is the Proton. Wait, this isn't right. Oops, sorry everyone, wrong game. Can we please cut to commercials? Being a henchman isn't easy. Long hours of worship, ecomaniacal bosses, and the prospect of being shot in the face take their toll on both your will and your hairline. Fortunately, there's ProGame, Henchman's #1 rated scalp treatment, guaranteed to make you look good when no one is looking. Defy the cloud dress code in the comfort of your private quarters and build the confidence you need to score your next promotion. ProGame, it's a big. Alright, we are back to our regularly scheduled program. During the break, I had a moment of introspection. Have I, in my Ivy League smugness, been too quick to dismiss the nuances of the Cerebros? Does the word itself not signal contempt? To quote the only play I remember from my Shakespeare class, what's in a name? That which we call a Cerebros by any other word would smell as... What I'm trying to say is that I want to give the other side a chance, no matter how wretched they may seem. Just like the New York Times. After all, they are parasite-filled humans just like me. Perhaps the shambling locomotive of their hate is still driven by the hot embers of passion. Perhaps on the battlefield of love, desire can be our truce. And so it happened on that fateful evening, as I toyed under the watchful command of my guardian, that the plea escaped my lips. Bromeo, Bromeo, wherefore art you, Bromeo? O cursed night, I am afeard. Being a knight, all this is but a dream, too sickening sweet to be substantial. But sharp, what sounds through yonder lever creaks? The crank is being greased, and Ashley is the source. Wisely and slow, Bromeo. They stumble that run fast. Let it be said once again that violent delights have violent ends and... chunks in my hair. What the devil? Who could this be? Oh my god. Challenger approaching. A new foe has appeared. Say, it ain't bro. It's a special cameo appearance by the Crop Killers, Europe's one and only farmhand metal band. With hit singles like Born to Corn and Tonight I'm Plowing You. How's a girl supposed to keep her panties dry around here? Just wanna pause here and offer a little advice for our male viewers. It's not about the size of the skite. It's about the motion in the brotion. Anyway, that's all about I got on account of this being a surprise visit, so let's just make like a substitute picture and fill the time with fun videos! Oh, looks like they skimmed some cream from my crop. I guess that's what I get for standing in the brush pit. And last but certainly not least, we have the Cerebro that I'm calling Ambrose. For you non-Harvard types, Ambrose means immortal. I think you will get the joke in a minute. Let's watch. And he's off! Oh, clearly this isn't his first time at the rodeo. Got a bro fast! A Stone Cold Steve Austin once brostalized. Sorry, my wife doesn't speak Spanish. Hurry Leon, the man has gone broke. Will nothing topple this human projectile? No, my perfect rotation streak! Now's your chance, Leon. Put your ball! And there it is. So sad, the dude was really on a brawl. If you had lived, he would have made some excellent bro Jenny. Oh, look at Mace Combat over there being all proactive. I tell you, this whole situation was a real imbroglio. Well, that about does it for this first and final episode of Cerebros, Ilustración de los Iluminados. Hope you had fun. Cause I sure as hell I didn't. Oh, and to all of you Cerebros out there, just itching to put your warm hands all over me? That was fun. That was fun. Before we get too invested, I want to just apologize for, all the puns. I know I warned you, but still, it was a lot. It was fun! The room before us was... I don't want to say it wasn't what I expected, because that would imply that I still have expectations. But mocking the idea of gravity, one can't help but be surprised. Karen mode activated. Well, now I know why the village is so damn poor. There's only one glue strong enough to weld statues to the ceiling. Cash. Before Leon hit up Mr. Puppy for more crap, we detoured over to a treasure box behind glass. This poor tiny man wishes he was a pirate so bad. Seeing glass more as an invitation than a barrier, Leon took out his knife and prepared to pillage. I see Salad buys his glass from the same distributor as Saddle. I bet he gets some kind of henchman discount. Being something of a pirate himself, Leon reached his sexy fingers into the box and claimed a grenade. Wait, for real, is that it? You would think it must hold some significance for Salad, but we are also talking about a man who thinks statues are just human-shaped chandeliers. The statues, not statues. So statues are just human-shaped chandeliers. I can't read. Although maybe he's trying to keep the dark spirits away. It's a well-known fact that demons don't like upside-down furniture. It's very disorienting. Huh? Uh-oh, what's going on? What's going on? Blacked out for a second. I'm not sure what's scarier. that my brain is overloading or that dehydration seems like the optimistic answer. Why is Leon holding that grenade like he's gonna throw it? Damn, I almost had a panic attack. Half my blood volume is just going to be cortisol at this rate. Maybe it's part of some puzzle? Like throw the grenade at 74-degree angle and then... What just happened? Is this still part of the puzzle? Because it doesn't feel like it's part of the puzzle. He killed the merchant! He killed Mr. Puppy! Paralyzed by shock, I could only scan Leon's emotionless face as he surveyed Mr. Puppy's bloodied, lifeless body. For the first time I felt genuinely scared to be in his presence and I couldn't find the resolve to speak up. He killed Mr. Puppy. I have to say something. I've been accepting of his silence up until now, but I draw the line at genocide. Oh, no. More blood, just like in the church. What did Louis say about this again? In plain English, mi amigos, you are fucked as fuck. My god, that's exactly what he said.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
That was well timed, Dun. Not Mr. Puppy. I hope that he's going to, he is going to be revived somehow. I mean, he's a romance option, isn't he? I'm not gonna make it out here alive. Some freaking bug is growing inside me, feasting on me, probably gonna burst out of my chest in any minute now. For a split second, my rational self retreated into the ether of despair, ushered by the glowing odor of blood, smoke, and death. That was everywhere, I realized. I had turned my heart away from the deaths of the villagers, but here it was at the doorstep, testing the knob, grinning behind the peephole. I have to get away, have to survive. Unlike Mr. Puppy, I will survive.
You alright?
That was it. 3 little words, 3 little snips at the fraying cord of my patience, and my shit was officially lost.
Fine, leave me alone!
Ashley, wait!
Are those spikes? Yep, those are spikes. Run, Ashley, run! Hot damn, nothing like a booby trap to remind you that you are deeply out of shape. Still, I made it. Not a single impalement. Suck on that crouton, you salad jerk.
Ashley!
What? A pasty of the trap? You think you're getting a Caesar and it's actually a cob? Given these new and quite binding circumstances, I feel that I'm entitled to a retraction of my previous request for space, which is, in fairness, no longer tenable.
What's going on?
Great. And now what? Because that was such a huge section Leon spent without Ashley. So I'm curious what happened with her until Leon was running around with the castle. Well, shit. I will be conveniently forgetting this part in my autobiography. Not like anybody would believe it. If I brought this exact plot point into a movie, I would get panned endlessly for the contrivance. But for real, what kind of Scooby-Doo nonsense is this? Turning walls? Seriously? What's next? Dudes in armor suits? You know what? I think Leon deserves at least 20% of the blame here. I mean, if he didn't have to murder my romance options, then maybe I wouldn't run stupidly down the most trappity trap in all trapperdom. And this is the moment Leon will shoot at her. I wiggled around in a vain effort to escape. The key word being vain. I never thought I would regret God's boob job. Oh God, what am I gonna do? I can't sob. After several minutes of crying and several more minutes of waiting for my tears to dry. Leon, help! I tried to inspect my surroundings. I had honestly expected to end up in a torture chamber, which this doesn't seem to be, so hooray! I am really just confounded by the scale of this place. How much use do you get out of a trap like this? And what's even the point of this large empty space? Rituals, maybe? Up above was a second level that I couldn't really see, and a weird floating platform jutting out right above me. I bet that's where Salad stands over his unwitting victims, cackling to himself as rabid dogs come out to feast on their flesh. Done with it though. I looked around some more until I sank in that I had no real options outside of wish for sudden onset weight loss.
Leon!
I think our sound effect. I think this is the best time for our sound effect, guys. Leon! I screamed Leon's name in the off hands that he was behind the wall looking for a way to open it, but either he couldn't hear me or had moved on, because silence was the only reply. Damn, if I could only access the morphogenic fields, that would really be the bee's knees. Can't hurt to try, right? Come on, brain, let's step into some alternative timelines. Oh, what are we going now? Sci-fi? Ew! Ew! Jesus and a flapjack. There's just no regulations on these foreign channels. With nothing else to do but, as usual, wait, I tried to relax my body while my mind wandered. I can't believe Leon killed Mr. Puppy. What is he now? Just a miserable pile of secrets and guns. But there had to be some reason, right? Surely Leon wouldn't want to destroy his only source of goods. Who else is going to sell reasonably priced artillery in the middle of a trap-ridden castle? Maybe there's just something I'm not understanding. And to be fair, that's been a running theme. Let me think. Maybe Leon learned Mr. Puppy was a mole? Or infected? It's gonna be something more than his general dubiousness. Oh, is that Trashley? I don't think so. That's someone else, because then we would see her name. That's someone else, and also the illustration is different. Or maybe Leon just didn't have enough cash and wanted some free stuff. We have all been there. No, that can't be right. He didn't even take his stuff. Trashley, you are back. I think you got me confused for someone else, little lady. I am not trash, I am treasure. What? Name is Cashley. Now we have Cashley as well. Pleasure to be sharing your brain space and hopefully your bank account. I mean, am I really that surprised? I took that blow to the head pretty hard. Listen, dude, time is money and we don't have much of either. You want my services or what? Services? Yeah, you have heard of services, right? Exchanging cash for convenience. Some people call services the bedrock of human existence. I'm one of those people. I know what services are, jeez. I'm asking about the kinds of services you could possibly not kids, but kinds. Okay, take two. I'm asking about the kinds of services you could possibly provide. You know, from inside my brain. Oh, I can do lots of things for you. But first, we're gonna need to talk about payment. You can pay, right? How in the world do you expect me to pay myself? I suppose that is a bit of an unusual arrangement, but Mikasa is Mikasa, right? What's good for the grand is good for the gander. You know what I am saying. Oh, thank you so much, Dandan and Peace, for contributing points for the challenge. We are getting close. Getting closer and closer. How many points is collected so far? Okay, 17% has been raised so far. Great. You are doing great. You are doing a pretty good job. If you reach the maximum amount, then I can wear that hat. And I can play Resident Evil Village on the hardest difficulty. That will definitely give me major rage. But I wanna do it anyway. We will get there. Yes, slowly but steadily we will get there. Okay, why can't I? Oh wait, I think the game froze. Could it be that the game froze? Oh no, we are here. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what you are saying. I'm saying you scratch my back and it's like you're scratching your own back. Why are you speaking to me in cliches? I told you, time is money and cliches fit my linguistic budget. Seriously, you are more useless than Trashly. At least that alter ego had a moral center. Morals, you gotta play to win, girly, and I'm a winner, and you can be a winner too. It's hard to feel like a winner when you're pinned to. Believe me, winning isn't about winning. Winning is about never admitting that you have lost. You have been on debate club, you know what I'm talking about. Listen, I can tell you are not buying what I'm selling, so let's cut a deal. I'm going to give you a taste of my power. It's like a demo. So, you know what demos are? I know what demos are. Good. Save some time, save some money. Now here's what I am really good at. Finding loot. I can smell treasure from a mile away, believe me. And how exactly does that help me get off this wall? Ashley, sweetie, you are missing the forest for the trees. One day, maybe soon, your hottest bodyguard is gonna come to the rescue and you are gonna spread your wings. When that happens, don't you think it would be nice if you could repay the favor with some equally hot-ass treasure? Have to go, it was fun. Take care and happy Sunday further. Thank you so much, Bam Bam, for joining us tonight. Take care and have a wonderful weekend. And enjoy the rest of the evening. See you later. And according to my reminder, I have to save, which is a pretty good idea, to be honest. I mean, I would like to be more useful here. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna burden you with all the philosophy. I am here to help you. Yeah, but what's the catch? The catch is cash. In that I want some. Just a little. 20% off the top. Are you saying you want me to find loot for Leon and keep some for ourselves? You're right on the money, honey. Alright, well, I will think about it, but until then, you're pretty much useless, huh? Like a Magikarp using Splash. Okay then, if I ever get out of here, when you get out of here, at such time, I will give you a buzz. Until then, I would prefer to just wallow in peace. I'm gone, girly. Solid gone. Well, now that I'm done being insane, how else shall I pass the time? Let's try hooking into Leon's brain signal again. Maybe he's looking at something less awful now. Like a mirror. Okay, let's see what happens now. Sci-fi. Surely those diminutive gonads are slaves to my will. I don't know what that's all about, but it feels like that time I stumbled on the Secretary of Defense's porn folder and it was just torpedo pictures. Oh god, no! All of a sudden, I feel so tired. Not sure if that's bodily exhaustion or just too much mind hack. Either way, I don't think I can fight this feeling anymore. Oh, is she having a dream right now? Yeah, what the fuck is this? What is this? Okay, now we are in a dream. I shouldn't have eaten such a large breakfast. I feel like an astronomer could walk in and mistake me for a gas giant. It doesn't help that I'm so stressed. I could really use a few minutes with the client, but he's nowhere to be seen, and there's only 10 minutes before we go in. Hello, are you Miss Graham? Oh, hello there, you're Rob, I presume? Yeah, that's me, Robin Hood. You can just call me Nigel, though. That's the name I use on all my legal documents. Well, it's nice to meet you in person, Nigel. We don't have a lot of time, so do you mind if I just jump into some questions about your case? You want to ask me questions? To hear my side of the story? Yeah, of course. I am your lawyer. If you're truly innocent, then anything you can tell me is helpful. Robin who? Robin Hood. Sorry, I'm just a little burnt from my last lawyer. He said my clothes looked like garbage bags and dropped me after I confirmed they were. That's really a garbage bag? I think the proper term is upcycling. Well, regardless, he gave me your case file and I know the basic outline, but I wanted to confirm a few things. First, you say you are being framed for murder, right? Right. And the person framing you is your former cult leader? Right again. So, you were willingly in a cult prior to this incident? Yes, that is technically true. But it's kinda like saying you are willingly on food stamps. It's not a choice you are making for fun. Objection! So you joined the cult because you were on hard times? Well, having clean clothes again was a nice perk, but mainly they gave me the impression that they were gonna do good in the world. You know, steal from the rich, give to the poor. I'm a sucker for those kind of hooks. So things were okay until they weren't? Basically, it all went downhill when I found out about the boss man's crazy world domination plan. I'm loving that Phoenix Wright references. Yes, it's so cool. Something about kidnapping the president's daughter and infecting her with a mind-controlling parasite? Real sci-fi stuff. I tried to play it cool, but they found me out pretty fast and booted me from the cult. I thought they were being nice, letting me keep the ropes, but in hindsight, you were the fall guy. Right again! You are good at this, Miss Graham. I certainly hope so, cause my bills aren't gonna pay themselves. Robin Nigel Hood, please report to the courtroom number 2 immediately. Did this turn into Ace Attorney? It really seems like it indeed turned into another game. A game in a game. Alright, Nigel, looks like we are playing for time today. Oh, I skipped it accidentally, don't worry. I don't have much of a choice, but still, I believe in you, Miss Graham. Ace Attorney, Ashley Graham! Oh my goodness, Salazar is the judge. Is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor. Miss Graham, is it? Please be sure to speak loudly and clearly in my courtroom. I have a hard time hearing women who wouldn't date me no matter how nice I am. This is so great! Thank you for letting me know, Your Honor. It is far too early in the day to be slamming into the glass ceiling. And you, prosecutor, are you ready? Okay, who's going to be the prosecutor? Oh yeah, this colorful fellow. I have the weirdest feeling I have seen him somewhere before. Maybe SeaWorld? If I disappear, I have probably fallen asleep. Been up and working all day. Gonna try to stay awake until the end of the stream. Oh, Dan, it's totally okay. So don't worry about it. Probably after we are done with this nice Ace Attorney section, I am also going to wrap it up. So don't worry about anything. Jack Sparrow. What is this guy? Ahoy there, Redcoat. I must say, sir, I love the hat. Oh, thank you. It did cost me quite a few dividends. Objection! Jolly Roger, what's going on here? The guy who I can't take serious is the person in charge. Yes, indeed. Objection! And yet, sir, my hat clearly designates me as the captain of this ship. So why don't you sit quietly in your crow's nest by the legs and I strike a deal, huh? Excuse me? A deal? Leon! I am the good one too. You let your bucko there walk the plank and I will buy you lunch. I know some great seafood places. Thanks, but Red Lobster's not really my scene. What was your name again? I have many names. Cannonballs, Poseidon Spare, Marriage Wrecker, but you, sweet lass, can call me Leon. This is hilarious. Why do I always attract the weird ones? Well, Leon, I'm afraid I have to object to your generous offer because I maintain that my client is innocent. Maybe not of eccentricity, but certainly of murder. Yes, the squirrels were already dead when I collected them. Innocent, you say? Let me tell you something about innocence, lass. That is a sailor's constant companion. You see these hands? They have delivered many a man to the bottom of the sea, friend and foe alike. His hands are delicate, deliciously sized. Wait, is he admitting to being a murderer? Okay, what's your point? My point is, I know a killer when I see one, and this son of a biscuit eater is a killer. I can smell the death on him from here. Well, that's really just because I don't have access to certain modern luxuries, such as soap. With all due respect, sir, this is a court of law. Your intuition is about as valuable as a used treasure map. Enough, both of you. I hate to admit it, but Miss Graham has a point. Local elections are coming up and I would like to avoid less psychos attack ads about my complete deficit of decorum and fairness. Barely survived that one. So we shall let the evidence decide the fate of his hoodlum. Nigel, you really ought to consider changing your name if you are going to interface with the criminal justice system. I'm ready to set sail whenever my heart is. I warn you though, lass, I drive a big boat. Careful you don't capsize. Careful yourself! You go sailing up my strait and your Titanic is bound to hit some icebergs. Gah! Me timber is shivering! If you are excited now, big boy, just wait. I'm no Grammaria, but I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Let's start with an outlay of the facts surrounding that fateful night. A moment defense. Does anybody hear that sound? Sound, sir? I don't hear anything. You mean something other than my racing heart, Redcoat? No, wait, I think I hear it too. Shots across the bow. That Redkeys has come to brush these salty lips once more. Yes, I believe I heard it as well. Oh my god, would someone please tell me what the hell is going on? told you, Ashley. I'm coming for you. Why now? What kind of wicked dream is this? I was awoken from my copyright nightmare by the telltale destruction of priceless urns. That's gotta be Leon. Thank goodness, cause these jelly legs are quivering. Wait, those footsteps don't sound like Leon's. No, it's the unmistakable clap of high heels. Is it Salad practicing his stiletto strut? Or maybe it's his mom, the Duchess of Cucumberland? Whoever they are, they apparently don't want to be seen.
Leon! I got it.
Louis? Oh god, this is when he got impaled. Leon? What in the flame-throwing hell is going up there? Saddler! Saddle! He's here! Why? My soy salad bar will make sure you eat the same plate. I'm not entirely sure that this is the correct sentence here, but listen, I'm not promising accurate transcriptions here. I really what I hear. That's what I was talking about. Spray on me, please. Yeah, like that. Do I think Leon actually asked for a golden shower? No, of course not. Would it be funny if he did? Absolutely. More importantly, what's actually going on? Why am I always missing out on the important stuff?
Louis! Louis!
Oh my god. Oh my god! Louis is... No. It can't be. Hey, I know you might find this pretty insensitive, but forget about the Spaniard. You are saved! What? Strike while the iron is hot, Blondie. Place a very loud order for a hot piece of beefcake. Can you please just speak Scream!
Leon!
After a minute of me yelling and gyrating, Leon appeared on the platform above. His beautiful hair is a comfort, even from this distance, but how is he gonna get me off this wall? Why is he pointing his rifle at me? What the fuck, Leon? No freedom ever came without a cost, girlie. What is the cost? Shitting myself? Hey, it could be worse. At least you don't have to sew your hand off. That's also true. It could be worse. That's not gonna be very comforting if I get GFKO'd by a bouncing bullet. As the last metal ring succumbed inexplicably to a bullet, I fell forward and thanked any attentive deity for the lack of shrapnel in my flesh. I glanced up at Leon and learned how quickly one's ovaries can be vaporized by a smile. Come on, Ash, don't let him off the hook that easy. He could have blown a hole in your tide. At least be pouty.
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
Yeah, she's in love with him again. Get out of there! I am literally stuck down here with cultists! What should I do? I've got some ideas. You want the good ones or the free ones? Can those not be the same thing right now? It's like your daddy always saying, I ain't a goddamn charity. Well, forget you then. I know, I will cover against the wall and throw them into a funnel for Leon. Hey, that was one of my good ones. You will be hearing from our mutual lawyer when this is over. I ran back toward the alcove and huddled down, covering my ears to mitigate the sound damage. Gunshots wired around me, as clear a signal as any that cultists were floating into the room. I'm gonna tickle you to death, probably. Oh god, I can hear one of them breathing right behind me. Maybe I could bite him? Not, that's nasty. I don't wanna bite worm flesh. I just have to accept that I'm gonna get grabbed, but in return, this cultist is about to become an easy target. But also, this floor is marble and it's gonna suck to fall on it. But also, this cultist is gonna be so dead. Sounds like they unwrapped the supply chain of goons. Let's buy some freedom shares while the market is hot. You're annoyingly on brand, but nonetheless, I agree. I scrambled over to the door and...
The door's locked. I can't open it.
No dejas que escape de la isla vivo.
Translation, ante-up, kidnap that fool. Well, back to covering. How many waves is it going to go on, I wonder? Surely it's only a matter of time until they release the bloodthirsty wolves. Oh hey, it's quiet again. Maybe one of those creeps dropped something I can use, like a grappling hook. That would be great. Springing to my feet, I scoped the room and saw it. Yes, it. What is it? It's it! You have got it all and you can have it!
I got the key. I can get out.
Ta-da! Eager to live up to my declaration, I rushed the door, jammed the key in, and heard myself inside. And I guess this is the end of episode 25. Okay, if the game lets me, and once the next episode is loaded, then I'm gonna save my progress here. Ash vs Evil Undead. This is going to be fun. You know, this is the part where you have to control Ashley in the original game, so I am sure that there will be some hilarious moments here. But I really have to wrap it up here for tonight, and I have to call it a night because tomorrow I will have to get up really early to go to the capital city for some stuff I have to attend to. And yeah, I'm really sorry I couldn't start in time and there was some delay tonight. This is how things going on right now, it seems. That's okay, thank you, peace. But we are definitely going to continue from here next Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be next Saturday. And don't forget that if everything goes well, I'm going to finish The Evil Within Part 2 on Friday. I checked the video walkthrough and it seems that around 2 hours left from the game, if everything goes well. And of course nothing will go well, so I assume it's going to be around 3 hours for me to complete the game, which seems to be a quite normal stream time nowadays, when I do some overtime when I can. So get ready, because next Friday we are going to finish The Evil Within Part 2 and I continue Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition next Saturday. Until then, if you would like to play the game, you can do so by totally free of charge. Huge shout out to the developers at Shimmersoft, and there's the link. You can click on that, download the game, or you can even play it online without downloading anything to your PC. So if you feel like replaying what we have done so far, or you would like to progress any further, you can do that too. Oh, thank you so much, Peace and Dan. I'm glad that you had fun. And thank you, I will try my best tomorrow. Never thought I could love so much from Resident Evil. Yes, this part where they created a parody for Ace Attorney was really hilarious. That was something that came totally unexpected, and it was really, really, really funny. So I can't wait to see what else is here, and what other hilarious situations are here. I'm sure that there are so many other stuff in their sleeves. So get ready. Because there is a lot to do in this game, and I think we are maybe around halfway of the story. Maybe. I am not entirely sure about that. If I remember well, then Shimmersoft said that completing the game takes around 7 hours. It's going to be 8 for me, at least at this pace I am progressing. But yeah, anyway, let's see if there's anyone online. I promised you that we can go and raid Neil if he's still doing his stream. And it seems that he's still streaming. Yes, they are still streaming. Oh my god, they look gorgeous with Maggie. If I am right, there's Maggie next to him. I am not sure. I think, yeah. Wow, both of them look gorgeous. Okay, we definitely have to go there and send some love to Neil and Maggie, and yeah, surprise them with a small but wholesome raid. So if you are not joining the raid for some reason, that's also totally fine and completely okay. And if you are coming with me, stay where you are, because after some break, I'm gonna teleport ourselves to Neil's channel and we're gonna raid them. Yes, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you once again for joining me tonight. I really hope that you had fun. And we're gonna see each other next time. Yes, raid hype! Get ready to raid, because we are on a raid hype in a second. Until then, take care and stay awesome. Bye bye, and I hope to see you on the raid as well.